Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside of Genie, where we will be racing from the Greyville Polytrack today, the 15th of March. Just before we start, I just want to mention that I have, if you want to receive the daily selections, you can now get the daily selections from now till the end of the month for 200 Rand. It's a little bit of a discount because my normal fee is 500. If we are in the middle of the month, it should have been 250. But for 200 Rand, you can sign up now till the end of March and get all our selections and don't miss out like maybe you missed out on Saturday at Turfontein, where I also gave you a few good winners. I also hope that you followed my advice on Saturday at the Kenilworth, where we also had a good day. We actually gave you the pick six for 120 Rand, and return on that was just under 1,500 Rand. So we kick off here the first race in Greyville on with a maiden juvenile, which you do know. I do not give selections on, but for those people who are interested, let me give you the betting. Here we have Crimson Causeway, 16 to 10, Dance My Lord, 22 to 10, 19 to Federica, 8 to 1 Condolenza, 10 to 1 Looking Hard, Red Jasper, 11 to 1 Marabi Princess, 16 to 1, 25 to 1 Golden Ticket. We then move on to the second race where we have 1,000 meters. Merit and handicap. I'm going to do the betting now. Number 2, Diamond and Dust, 9 to 2, 11 to 2, Stratton Street. Beat It, 6 to 1, Florence, 6 to 1. Live Goes On, 13 to 2, Pacific Winter, 9 to 1. Leslie Spa for me, 9 to 1. Winter Waves, 9 to 1. 10 to 1, Hampton Court, and 14 to 1, Rocket Fire. So let's have a look here at race number 2. Race number 2 is measured at 72 handicap over 1,000 meters. Class D, average measured at 69. And yet we have Clinton Binder having 3 runners in this field today. My first selection is a horse called number 9, which is Winter Waves. It's a Water Winter by Captain Elmi, nicely bred. And yeah, I do like the look of this horse. This horse did win his maiden by 1.1 length, beating Stratton Street. Now, Stratton Street has now already won 2 races. So that really makes that form strong. And if you have a look here, you'll see 13 runs, 3 wins, 13 runs, 2 wins. So this horse has been running against some strong opposition. Last time out ran in a higher division, today running in a 69. Last time out in a D71, Musienia on board. Today they've got the services of Lyle Hewitson. And this horse showed the pace over 1,200 meters. But then this was, just tired over the last 200. Today, running over 1,000 meters, the same course and distance that it won its maiden. And I think number 9, Winter Waves, is going to run a huge race here today in race number 2. For outsider selections, one of my outsider selections I'm going for is number 10, Hampton Court. Hampton Court is also a horse that likes this course and distance, 8 run, a win, 2 seconds in a 4th. Last time out ran also in a much higher divisions. Hampton Court, the last time Hampton Court run in this kind of division was here on the 22nd of November behind Spider's Corner. And Spider's Corner has won quite a few. Before that, has been running against stronger Captain OP, Purple Powerhouse. Here's the horse ran second behind Valente. Malenta have subsequently won another 2 races. Ziza La Winter has also won a race. So this horse has been running against strong opposition. Last time out behind Valente did show pace, but finding it today in a lower division. And I think number 10 Hampton Court ready to run a huge race. Outsider selections is number 1, Pacific Winter. Pacific Winter also run against some strong opposition behind Valiente last time out, like that loose. And from draw 1 can certainly be a factor in this race. Here we have Diamond and Dust with one of the interns from Clinton Binder. Did one well last time out in a 63, but I think there are horses of stronger, stronger form in the race, but certainly not without a chance. Life Goes On, also one of the Clinton Binder horses, did win its maiden last time out in the poly over the 1100 meters when start to finish. But I must say that that field was not a very strong field. We also have number 4, Beat It. Number 4, Beat It do run the occasional place. With Muzi Yeni on board, certainly might be a nice outsider. Here we have Stratton Street. One is last race start to finish. Sorry, I do apologize. I see Stratton Street. One is maiden. I thought it was his second race, but it was only his first race. I apologize for that mistake. But still, Stratton, that still confirms the form for number 9, Winter Waves. So we moved into race number 3, which is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1200 meters. And here in race number 3, my first selection is number 7. Number 7 is Galactico. Now, the reason for this is this horse comes from Gauteng. It ran against a horse called Love Bomb. Love Bomb is a very good horse, won a nice future. And this horse showed some pace over the 1400 meters, now coming back to the 1200 meters. I also like the breeding King's Barnes, although the sire is deceased. I think he's still going to make an impact with the few horses that he's got running. So this horse shows a nice pace, and with Dylan on board, I'm pretty sure this horse is going to go to the front. And you might find that it might be difficult to pick this horse back. So I like the look of number 7, Galactico, based on his breeding and the fact that he goes to the front. Number 7, Galactico, certainly a nice outsider, currently 9-1. And for outsiders, I'm going for number 6, Airbus, Warren Kennedy on board. Anything that Warren Kennedy throws his legs over, you need to be wary of. This horse did run a few places already. And I think it's just one of those horses that you never know how he's going to run on the day. But I think in this field, which is not too strong, might have a nice chance. And then my other outsider selection is number 8, which is Lundy Island. Garth Puller, Lyle Hewitson combination. They're a very potent combination. You can see 65 runs, already 15 wins. And I think this horse also ready to improve on the poly. Has had 2 runs on the poly for the 3rd year behind Great Diva. Then the form behind Beckoning Beauty is very strong. There's a few horses that already ran well from that form. And I think last time out over the 1400, maybe a little bit too far. Now let's have a look here. The favorite is number 4, Perfect Display. Luke Ferreira's drawn 4. Did run a nice run, 2 races back. Last time out, over longer, choked up. Now bringing the horse back to the 1200 meters. But, you know, for me, I'm not sure about this horse's strength of his form. There are runners that can beat him based on his form. So let's move on to race number 4, which is a 1600 meters maiden plate. And here we have a very short horse, because I can tell you with all the biggest respect to all the trainers and in this field, not a very strong field. Number 2, Secret Hours, 11-20, 11-2, Montana Sky. Mungishi, 7-1, Parallel Universe, 10-1, Luxembourg, 11-1, 15-1, Tobin Spirit, 20-1, and longer the rest. Now, here the favorite is number 2, Secret is Ours, and it's going to be difficult to go against this. This horse is very well bred, the Dynasty, the mare out of Mystic Spring by Royal Academy. This is a very well bred horse. Took some time to find his feet, but I think last time out I did expected the improvement, and it duly ran a much better race today. Anton Marcus is on board. The outsiders are window of number 11. Now, number 11 is Montana Sky, who has notched up quite a few places already. And I think if there's one horse that can surprise, it is number 11, Montana Sky. Therefore, my pick 6, I'm putting in the 2 and the 11. because this horse has run against some nice individuals in the past. As you can see, 8 runs, 1 winner, 10 runs, 2 winners, 15 runs, 1 winner, 10 runs, 3 winners. So this horse has run against some decent opposition, and I think number 11 is the horse that can surprise. The other outsider selection is number 1, Luxembourg. Has also run a few places on the poly, 2 places. So also Ryan Mangala aboard from draw 1. They might want to go, maybe select to go to the front and try and steal the race from there. This is a 6-year-old, but has only had 15 runs. So certainly this horse must have a few problems in the past. So, and then also we can have a look at number 6, which is Parallel Universe. Not very strong form, but has got a service of Lyle Hewitson, and that certainly changed the picture. Lyle Hewitson not riding a lot for Dennis Dreyer. You can see a 7 runs, 1 win, 2 third, and a 4th. So not bad. So maybe a horse that can improve. We then move on to race number 5, which is a 1900 meter maiden plate. Here the betting is as follows. Number 7, Broadway 5 to 10, Tyler Tilt T 13 to 2, Assured 12 to 1, Celestial Gate 16 to 1, 18 to 1, Dark 5, 20 to 1, and Better Northern Tune. Also another very weak field, again with respect to the owners and trainers of horses in this field, not a very strong field. Here we have number 7, Broadway, very well bred Dynasty out of Manelli by Adidor. This Manelli has flown some good horses, did run last time out over the 6 kilometers at Scottsville, drawn 13 out of 15, came from way behind, ran a nice 25 seconds, which is not that fast, but was the fastest in that race behind Jackpot. And I do feel that this horse can be involved in a finish. Well, can be hard to beat. But also, if you can afford chucking the number 8, Assured, the stable companion. I've seen these horses from Lausanne Folks. They improve overnight, and has got this outsider jockey who likes to win over the outsiders, Calvin Beep on board. And my other outsider selection is number 6, which is still me, if you can include that, also has run a few places, and in this weak field can probably also feature today, number 6. We then move on to race number 6, which is merit rated 64, handicap over 2,000 meters, class E, average merit rated 61. Race 6 here, the betting is as follows. Number 6, Fever, 33 to 10, 5 to 1, Smart Socks, Golden Duck, 11 to 2, 15 to 2, Proud Warrior, Jackman, 8 to 1, Old Jackman, 12 to 1, and then 13 to 1 and Better Angel, August Red, scratch number 4, Santa Vitória. Now in this race, I'm going for the ex-Gauteng horse, number 7. Sorry, it's not number 7, number 2, Jackman. This horse, it came from Gauteng, where previously it ran also against some decent opposition, and last time out improved to run just under 3 lengths behind King's Cove on the poly. And I think with Muzieni today from draw 2, Jackman might give Chris Erasmus his first win here on the poly for Mr. Barry Marie. I came up about old turf talk the other over the weekend by chance, and there was an article on Chris Erasmus and how long he's been training, and how Mr. Barry Marie, who used to be one of his staunch supporters, and then he went out of the game, and now he's back, Mr. Barry Marie. So I really hope that they might pick up the win here with number 2, Jackman. Then my outsider selections is number 1, which is Proud Warrior. I did give this horse last time out, ran behind 3 lengths behind Fever. He said battle to quicken. But this horse has also run against some decent opposition here and there. And I think with Lyle Hewitson and what they on board today, he has ridden the horse twice now for 2 thirds. So he might want to improve on that record. Then my other outsider selection is number 7, which is Smart Sock. Used to be with Dean Kannemeyer, now with Genie Prinsloo did run a nice race behind Fever last time out, coming from way behind, nearly caught Fever on the line, and a similar run can see this horse finding himself in the #1 box. Smart Socks, a horse that I've been following all the time, and at one stage I did recommend him for a win, and he won at 10-1 for my subscribers. And we also want to have a look at #6, which is Fever, who won last time out. Certainly #6 Fever must be in with a chance again. I just want to check something here. Fever was carrying 54.5, and Smart Socks was carrying 57, so they were 3 kilograms. Now, today there's only 2 kilograms, so Smart Socks is getting a kilogram better off for a 0.4 and can certainly bring him closer to #6 Fever. Looking forward to see a match race here. So then we move on to race #7, which is a mirror the 65 handicap. Class E 62 over 1700 meters. And certainly here another open race, #3 Spawns 3-1, Follow My Path 9-2, Water Blast 5-1, 11-2 Straight Up, Cherokee Chief 8-1, 10-1 Namara, Philispiel 11-1, 16-1, and Better the Rest. And here in race #7, my first selection is again Chris Erasmus horse, and that article that I read that day was because Chris Erasmus had 2 winners on the wall on that particular day, and I'm sure he would like to repeat. Now this horse has, if you see now, he's running here in the E Division 62. This horse used to run against horses like the caliber of Express of the USA, Stop for Nothing, Certifiable, and I can tell you now, on some of the form you can't see, Follow My Path has run some really good races. I'm surprised this horse has only won 1 race, but here we have second base. The horse ran 2.5 lengths behind second base and a merit rated C75. You put second base into this field, the race will be, I mean, you will win by 10, 15 lengths. So, and here he ran behind Spring Fling won again on Sunday. So again, after the Spring Fling won again. So I think based on that form, I think this might be a very good bet today. Follow My Path. The only disadvantage is a draw, but I'm sure Muzieni has got the experience to overcome that. And I'm really looking forward for #9, Follow My Path, to run a very good race, because if you have a look here, Follow My Path. Follow My Path, highest rated, merit rating 83, now running as a 65. Wow. The other horse that you got Straight Up was 85, also now 62. Maybe you want to keep an eye out on that one as well. So yeah, certainly I think Follow the Path is going to give you a run for your money. In my outsider selections, here is #5. Straight Up, which I just spoke to you about. Also, horse that run against some decent opposition, and we also just saw came down from an 80 to 62, and also getting the -1.5, and certainly would put him in this race. Also beat Fever a few runs back. So Straight Up currently at 11-2, also certainly in with a chance. Then we look at #10. Other outsider selection, Cherokee Chief, also a horse that runs places and nearby. Last time out, ran 4th behind Fever, ran on late. So certainly also a horse that might be involved in a finish here, #10, Cherokee Chief. Then we move on to the last race, which is a maiden plate over 1400 meters, and let's have a look at the betting here. The betting is as follows. #2, Year and After 19-10, in Rapture 9-2, Color of Light 17-2, Tango Time 17-2, 10-1, Not Now Pussycat, Fort World 9-1, 15-1, and Better Scraps #4, Bright Eyed Girl. And here my selection is #1 in Rapture. In Rapture, it's already a 4-year-old, had 13 runs, but ran a very nice race behind Free State Star last time out, under Polly, same jockey, But now that day was drawn 12 out of 12. Today, drawn 1, and I think is definitely ready to improve and win a nice race. As a matter of fact, I made a mistake. I said it's a maiden plate. It's not a maiden plate. It's a Phillies 63 handicap, class E62. I do apologize. This, I'm getting, this blonde, is losing his mind. So this horse has won on the poly over 1600 meters now, going at 200 meters shorter, but I don't think that should be a problem. That run well over the 1400 meters. In my outsider selections is number 7, which is number 7 is Kildonian Bay. Also, horse has been running there and thereabouts, always 3-4 lengths behind. And certainly, as I know, Doug Campbell, one of these days, this horse is going to put it together and win a race, and it might even be today. My other outsider selection is number 10, Tango Time. Tango Time also improved last time out to the max, but is drawn 10, so it might find it a little bit difficult, but it's not impossible. Horses do win from that race. Run and improved race last time out in the 67, now finding it in the 62 after running in 74s and higher divisions. And I just want to quickly scroll up back to the favorite, which is number 2, a year and after. I will certainly not be rushing to take, go and place a bet. This horse has run once over 1400 meters and didn't run well on in 1400 meters last time out over 200 meters. Was finishing third fastest 400 to finish, but definitely not a horse that I will be rushing to place my house on. So that brings us to the end of our preview for today at the Greyville Poly, 15th of March. I hope I could point you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.